Well, hello there. I really should come up with something different to say, but I can't. This is my catchphrase at this point, so you're stuck with it.
Hello there.
Anyway, we're back. You have seen many of us before. You have seen this group, well, almost this entire group together before. But we're back because there's a new Marvel show and we have to talk about it because we love Marvel in this house. And it's Agatha All Along, because why the hell not? And we have our fantastic crew on this watching now. We have Ian.
It was Agatha all along.
Fuck yeah. We have Thomas.
Hi.
Jesus Christ. We have Ben. What's a Ben?
Which is witching today?
There you go. And it's me, Lily K. Or whatever. I don't know. I'm here too.
Hi, Lily.
Hi.
All right, so we are here today to talk about the new Marvel series Agatha All Along, and we're gonna start with the usual round of just like, you know, talking about it's the first two episodes. The first two episodes dropped, so we're gonna talk about it without spoilers at first, and then we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it, and we're just gonna take it into tiny little pieces. So, without spoilers. Let's start with Tom. Tom, what did you think of these first two episodes? Please share it with us.
I was pleasantly surprised a little bit because going in, I expected nothing from this show. My expectations were
Same.
like, so the fact that I had a bit of fun with it, it's pretty good. It's probably the most invested I've been from the first two episodes of a Marvel show, with the exception of maybe Loki. Just like because I'm already like interested instead of having to wait like 3 or 4 to be like, okay, now I sort of get it. I like how it feels like a sequel to both Wandavision and Multiverse of Madness, because I feel like that's something that's been missing a bit. Because a lot of things, whilst they might be connected, they don't continue. Catherine Hayne is fun. I think she knows what she's in and she's killing it. And I'm just overall, it was a decent start.
Ben, what did you think of the first two episodes?
It kept drawing me in. Like, I really was interested in what was happening next and what was going to keep happening. Like, the fact that the first episode was just basically like another WandaVision episode, and then it just trails off from that. That was nice. But then the second episode takes a very weird turn. Like, it changes genres almost. And I sort of was like, I was entertained while I was watching. Like, I got through it all. Like, I couldn't like stop watching. It was good. But then after it finished, I was like, kind of like, what the heck was that? Yeah, I felt like things just sort of kept happening. And the more they kept happening, the more I was like, oh, I need to pay attention to this. And then once it all clicked, I was just like, what happened?
You weren't paying attention, Ben. That's
no. It's just like it was so many interconnected things. No, sorry, not interconnected. Nothing was connected. They all just sort of happened.
That's interesting. I don't know if I agree.
Yeah,
but, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. But
classic
Ian?
Englishman not paying attention.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey.
It's always the British.
How dare you, sir? How dare you? No, how dare you?
Whoops.
The world's problems.
Ian, what did you think?
We're dickheads.
Just a tiny bit.
I mean, I quite enjoyed it, like quite a lot. It felt like a hocus pocus type thing. So
That's true.
It feels like where Werewolf by Night failed to get like a proper Halloween-y feel for tweens and teens. I feel like this one could do a really good job of that. It looked just like Hawkeye is the Christmas TV series that people rewatch at Christmas. You might find that this is the Halloween TV series in the Marvel catalog. And I thought it had that sort of air where there was some a little bit of freakiness going on, but it was like light-hearted fun at the same time. It like I think Hocus Pocus Beetlejuice type tone to it, and I'm quite enjoying it.
I can see it. I can definitely see Hocus Pocus in there. That's for sure. I think I was the same. I didn't expect anything. I was like, okay, let's see what Agatha is up to or what's going to happen kind of thing. But I wasn't like super excited for this series to come out. And I was very pleasantly surprised because I really, really enjoyed the first 2 episodes. I was like, okay, so we are like winking back at the whole WandaVision vibe, but also, since everyone at this point knows what WandaVision was about, they just cut the bullshit very quickly, which I very much appreciated. And they were like, this is Agatha's story. This is not Wanda's story. This is Agatha's story. So we're gonna, just roll ahead. And I was like, yep, works perfectly. Thank you very much. Still appreciated the WandaVision wink wink. I also liked the connection that they made not only to that but to Multiverse of Madness as well, because we need that. And altogether it was really just like fun with very big letters, like fun. I am not sure where they want to take it yet, and I think that's a good thing. I am I don't know if I'm a bit afraid that this is going to be another anti-hero kind of story, but it could be. I don't know. I would appreciate it if they would leave Agatha as a villain, because at the end of the day, she is. So like, but if not, then okay.
I think morally ambiguous. I'm happy with at the end. I don't think it's like a hero.
I hope
story.
not. I hope not. I don't think we need another one. That's my thing. Like, I don't mind stories where the villains turn into like the good guys, but like I feel like we did that too much lately. So I would like to leave that behind a little bit, especially with Marvel.
I have thoughts. I agree. I don't think she'll turn good, but I think there's like 2 most likely outcomes. But we'll get to that later when spoilers happen.
Yeah. I think I can spot a big thing that's going to happen already.
Okay,
we'll get to that.
Then why wait? Let's get into the spoiler territory, and let's take this thing apart. And obviously, if you haven't seen Agatha All Along, the first 2 episodes, go watch it, come back, and listen to us talk about it. That's it. That's the order. If you have seen it, then stay and just listen. Spoilers from now on. The first episode, the WandaVision episode, we're gonna just call it that. Because why not? it is the WandaVision episode, basically. All right, so let's take this thing apart. We got the detective vibes. All the detective shows just came together here, and I think I can safely say that this was very wacky and intentionally so.
Yeah.
And everything was over the top, which I didn't mind. But at the same time, I was like, if they're gonna keep this up throughout the entire series, I'm not gonna like it. It was starting to turn to a bit too much in the middle part. I was like,
yeah.
But yeah, I agree. But it was different. It was a bit of fun. But I just like halfway through, I'm just like, okay, you're not there yet, but you're starting to run out of like fucks that I give about this. It mostly happened during the house scene, like between there and the interrogation with the teenager. It's just like, okay, you're playing the bit. I get the bit. Besides that, I liked how, especially like when they found the body, it's like, oh, she was crushed by heavy weight. And it's like the European soil. I'm like, oh, is this like just Wanda? Because, was the castle she destroyed in Europe? I couldn't remember. But I really like those connections because, I've been feeling like with Marvel recently, like the connections they've made is just like bringing back old actors to be like, remember?
Hey, remember Ghostbusters? Oh, I remember.
I think that's what I've been missing with Marvel recently. It's just like it hasn't felt like a continuous story, even if they have been connected. It's just yeah, I like how this feels like a direct continuation rather than just like these same characters. It happened. Aubrey Plaza, really fun. I
She's
want to see
really
more
fun.
of her.
Yeah.
She's very, very fun. They're totally gonna fuck, right?
Probably.
Maybe
like-
not in the show, but implied
yeah,
fucking
just-
yes.
yeah, probably. Yeah.
No, I feel like in the show as well.
No. This
Yeah, well,
is hocus pocus.
can-
No fucking allowed in hocus pocus.
But the sexual tension, Ian.
Yeah.
Like it was
there.
palpable. It's just like, dude, just do it. Like just
Just do
hate
it.
fuck.
They ain't gonna do it.
Just
They ain't gonna do it. They make
It's
They can't
it.
do
Marvel,
it.
so they're not gonna
They
do
ain't gonna
it.
fuck.
No.
well, no, she's evil, so it's okay if they fuck.
No.
Because she's not to be looked up to.
They're
it's like,
both
hey.
evil.
I mean, yeah, it's totally okay that they fuck, but not in. They won't do it in the show. Tom.
No. No.
They could.
Why not? We've already seen a butt on this show.
That's
It's
true.
True. We
That's
saw
true.
a full-on naked lady.
There
So
you go.
I'm just saying, it's not out of the possibility that
They ain't
Fair.
gonna do it.
It can happen. It can happen. Okay, fair. Before we move ahead with your thoughts, let's just stop at Wanda and
Mhm.
quickly address that. Basically, now they are confirming that this Wanda that we knew is dead.
No.
no,
Uh.
No.
because big brain theory time. That
Yes, go
is like
on.
half crackpot. I think Wanda's influencing all of this to somehow bring herself back. Yeah, I think because they've talked as much and the Darkhold and everything's been, I think that maybe Wanda's consciousness isn't fully gone and she's influencing the teenager to sort of like bring Agatha to the Witch's Road, and then like at the very end it'd be like, oh lol, JK, new bod bitches.
I'm back, baby doll!
Thanks, Agatha. Dead.
I don't subscribe to the fact that Wanda's dead here. Is because everything that we've seen in that first episode is in Agatha's head. She has no idea what's happened. I'm questioning why she would even know that she's been crushed, and that body wasn't there.
Spell feedback?
She might have some sort of tie to the Darkhold, maybe, but there's no way that Agatha, in her dream state, would know that Wanda's dead. She may be very weakened because, I mean, she could be dead at the same time, but I don't think that Wanda's dead because Wanda ain't dead.
I have two theories on it. One is that, yes, she is dead. And obviously they need her to be dead to be able to break the curse that she put on Agatha. And this is how it happens. And because of the curse is connected to Wanda, that's why Agatha knows like what happened to her. Kind of. Like there's like some kind of like she got crushed or whatever. My other theory is we see in Multiverse of Madness that lightning flying away as the whole thing collapses. And maybe there is some part of her that survived and she is actually intentionally bringing Agatha out of the curse because that's the only way she can come back if she helps. That's my two theories. Elizabeth Olsen did say that she gladly comes back whenever Marvel needs her. So I'm like, are you implying that you're back, or that you would be back if they ask you? Because I don't know, but it's a bit like, what's happening? Although I wouldn't be surprised because let's not forget that this is the original series, Wandavision, is where they first pulled the big prank, where everyone thought that it's going to be Mephisto coming out of this. And then, oh, nope, no Mephisto, no Quicksilver. That's just a boner joke at the end.
They're actually doing that again with this one.
Tell me, what are they doing?
So, you know the kid?
Yes.
It's introduced in this
The
episode.
teenager, yes.
You know how he's marked, how somebody's marked on that diary as a black heart?
Yeah.
Mephisto's son is called Blackheart.
That's true.
I thought it was the Aubrey Plaza
Yeah, I thought so as well, because she says that I have a black heart
Yeah.
in the first episode.
And then like because they've had a messy breakup, she's like, I don't want to deal with my ex.
Yep.
So like,
yep.
Well,
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Aubrey Plaza because she implied that she's playing a character that she never thought that she could play, and she's very grateful for Marvel that they gave her this chance. So I'm like, are you Blackheart?
unless she's Mephisto.
She could be
Or that.
Blackheart.
Or that, yeah. But then that would imply that if Ben is right, then the teenager is her son.
Well, why can't he talk about his family? Like, he's not allowed to talk about who he is or his family.
I don't
Must
care.
be some reason for that.
At the moment, I don't care about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a bit annoying.
He's not named, he's just teen, isn't he? He's not named.
Angsty teenager.
It wouldn't surprise me if it was Aubrey Plaza's, is it Rio Vidal, a character? Or the other thing that I spotted in the first episode, which was still on, is in Agatha's dream state, she went into her son's room, Nicholas Scratch, because canonically that is her son as well. So that could be something to do with her heart. Might not be. He could be the rabbit.
I hope the rabbit doesn't die.
I know. That's the cutest rabbit that I've ever seen. So I was like,
I'll be happy as long as the rabbit makes it out.
I think one of my notes was, did the rabbit die?
No.
Or if
no.
Oh, if the bunny dies, I'll kill everyone and then myself.
I've only had Arlo for a day and a half, but if anything happened to him, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself.
Very violent eulogy. I like it.
Exactly.
That was the other one.
They have to protect that bunny. That's the cutest thing ever. No, I don't. Once again, they are planting a lot of things.
Yeah.
So it will be very interesting to see at the end, like, what will come true. I'm 100% sure that we're gonna see Mephisto this time around. Like, they're not gonna pull the same trick twice.
I think they will.
I
think they will.
So if they do, then doesn't Agatha sort of become a hero? And we don't want that to happen.
And we don't want that.
Okay.
We don't want that. So we'll see. Tom, we finished the Wanda talk. So any other thoughts regarding episode 1?
Final fight was kind of neat. Again, sexual tension. They got to fuck. That's about it.
They ain't gonna fuck.
It's Disney. It's a Disney show at the end of the day, so it's not gonna happen.
I mean, I think that they've already gone as far as they're gonna go with Aubrey Plaza licking the blood off of Agatha's hand.
And everyone is already yelling that is the sexiest thing that Marvel ever did. So like,
I mean.
All right, Ian, let's jump to you now. What did you think of the first episode, strictly?
I quite enjoyed the detective show bit at the start. It felt like a bit Alan Wakey in that it's so over the top, like drama of in the woods, like some weird shit going on. I quite enjoyed it. If it had gone on a bit longer, that would have been fine with me, as long as they didn't tease so much during the middle of the episode that it wasn't real. I could have been happily doing a full episode of that and then teased at the end that something's not quite right. And then I quite enjoyed the returns of the old characters from WandaVision.
Yeah.
Like, I loved Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and seeing Anya in anything at this point in time, and just like, yes, queen.
There you go. Yes.
Even if she is a horrible librarian woman who hates everybody,
which is understandable.
I thought it was all right. The interrogation scene was. It was just weird once it was all falling apart. Really, it just didn't quite hit the same. If it was an interrogation and you thought it was still like sort of in a bubble, then it would have been better than what it ended up being, which is the teen spouting some magic, even though he's not really magic. Yeah.
Well, I just spent the first half thinking, well, she's not really a very good detective, is she?
No, she wasn't meant to be either, though. She's a rebel. A rebel detective doesn't play by the rules.
Yes.
I know, but
from suspension.
But at the same point, there's a part where she's like in the police station and there's somebody telling her to go home.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to think, did she just go over to a neighbor's house and start writing notes like a maniac?
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows
knows?
what she was doing in that dream world?
Exactly.
They had the whole you died at this point and Wanda Maximoff died at this point. So the thing is, death doesn't seem to mean died because Agatha is obviously still alive as Agnes. So I believe that was a hint to me that Wanda's probably still alive, just depowered because she's lost the Darkhold, and losing the Darkhold seems to strip you of all your powers. So I think that's more proof that Wanda's still alive more than anything, just depowered.
Maybe.
I think Agatha lost her powers because Wanda took it.
Wanda took it, yeah.
And
Wanda took it.
Agatha was going to take Wanda's powers, and Wanda's like, her loss, like JK, yoink. So it's not that she lost the dark. It's not that she lost the Darkhold. It's that just Wanda stole it, like all of her powers plus Darkhold.
But I think it means that to Agatha, losing your powers is as good as death. Yeah. So to me, it implies that that's just her mind going, oh, Scarlet Witch has now lost her power, so I can break out of this spell because there's nothing holding it in place.
Yeah, I mean,
and the kid.
I mean that holds, except for the very specific crushed by shit.
Yeah.
I can't understand how to explain specifically how she died.
There's the thing, right? In the detective bit, she suddenly randomly became a detective trope. Like she was supposed to be a nosy neighbor, she became a detective. However, the kid states that he broke her out of her estate himself by throwing a spell at her.
Yeah.
So if it was him who broke her out the spell, who changed her into detective mode? And for what reason?
Aubrey Plaza, just to fuck with her.
Yeah. Maybe that was her way to show her, like, you know, what happened to Wanda. Because Aubrey Plaza's character is obviously not closed into this world, so she can know.
Like, the spell wasn't broken, but it was changed fundamentally. So if Aubrey Plaza's doing that, then we know that's just another layer of what she does. But I think she seemed quite as surprised as Agatha, to be honest, that she was acting like a detective. So I think there's just something else at play here that we're not seeing yet.
Yeah.
From how the episode was set up. Like, a lot of things just kept happening. And then obviously the bit at the end where Aubrey Plaza has a fight with her, and it works quite well. And she's like, oh, you don't want to fight me like this. It's undignified. Let me get my powers back first. It was very Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
I mean,
which means at the end they're going to kiss.
Yes, Tom. Yes, that's what it means.
Kiss
exactly.
Yes.
Sure.
But, I mean, I'm dead interested in who these Salem 7 are. I want to know if they're like magical Power Rangers or something.
They look fucking cool. That's what I'm going to say about them. That so far, I love the design and everything. We haven't seen much, but I was like, beautiful. Yeah, I mean, for me, episode 1 was a bit of a like, don't kill me. But at some points, I thought the acting was just bad.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I was like, what happened to Catherine Hahn? Like, it was like at some point she was bad, just simply put, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it if it was very, very intentional to seem bad, but at the same time, especially like where it peaked for me, and I was like, hey, was in the interrogation scene where she takes out the notepad and starts to write very dramatically and whatnot, and then she starts to speak in this very weird way, and I'm like,
asleep in bed, total loser, or totally lying.
This is just cringe. Like, this is not good.
I think
what's going on?
I think it's a good idea to think that Wanda's spell can only make you act like how you would act if you were pretending to be like this. I feel like that. I think if we take that into account, it might make sense that she'd just be like terrible at it. And I think that's what's trying to come across there.
Yeah, but also some of the dialogue was very cringe.
Very cringe.
Yeah.
Like lying. And
Yeah.
even then, I was like, oh fuck, no, shut up.
Yeah.
Please stop.
Yeah. I do think that the writing on it was very intentional. Like they definitely overdid it because it's like it's not real life and it's just in her head. I didn't have a problem with the writing because it was like, okay, yeah, we're playing a bit again. I just couldn't get the acting. I was like, oh, this is not good. Like, what's happening? She's a good actor, so I just couldn't understand. Like, is this on purpose? I don't know if this is on purpose. If it's not, then it's bad. But then thankfully, but thankfully, obviously, like I do think it was a bit, but I think she overdid it a little bit, where I was like, I shouldn't be cringing this much when I'm watching something, and I was like, oh, no, this ain't it. I don't know what's happening, but this isn't it. But at the same time, everything else was like very interesting in that first episode, because I was like, okay, they're not gonna bullshit around. We will quickly get out of this state, and there we are. We very quickly got out of it, which I was very happy about, because honestly, as much as I love WandaVision, we don't need another WandaVision. We need this story to be its very own. But I like the nod. I like that they started off like this, and it makes sense. It's exactly what Wanda did to Agatha, closing her in her own head, basically, and in this Westview talk of the town kind of woman, whatever. So I was like, okay, makes sense. I'm glad we let it go. Bye. I was like, okay, great. True. But honestly, if they would have just aired this very first episode, I think I would have considered if I even want to watch it at all. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the first episode alone wouldn't have convinced me to watch the entire series. So I am very glad that they made the decision to release both episodes together, because episode 2 is definitely so much better.
It felt more like the tone that they're going to go for. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. So let's jump to episode 2 then with the spoiler talk, and let's start with Iain now.
This was an assemble the heist team, wasn't it? This one, it was an assemble. This was a good rebel moon.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Suck it, Tom.
It's not a high bar to clear that.
It is.
I know. But yeah, it was assemble a heist team, wasn't it? It was get all your peeps together for the job.
You son of a bitch! I'm in.
Exactly.
You son of a bitch! I'm in.
And they got everyone that they needed just about. I thought that was it was a good setup for what episode 3 is going to be, and it set the tone really well, I think, where Agatha's going to be snarky. She's going to be a little bit mean. She's probably going to try and screw people over every opportunity. But as long as it gets her to a goal, which was, I really enjoyed it. Can I just shout out really quickly, Deborah Jo Rupp? She just makes everything better. Anything with Deborah Jo Rupp in it just makes it. I every time she was on screen or on saying something, I had a smile on my face, like it was like a little giggle, because she's just so cheery in the show. And I don't know how she's going to get on in on the Witches Road, but I do not want that woman to die.
I think I want to be a virgin too. Hey, everyone, I'm a virgin.
Do not want her to die.
She'll likely be the only survivor. I reckon everyone but her will die. That's my personal belief.
I don't think Marvel is brave enough to do that.
No.
Let's be honest. Like, we keep killing people and bringing them back. So I'm not afraid of that at this point. Like, at all. But understandably, and I have to agree. The bunny, that's very important. The bunny must
The
leave.
bunny and Deborah Rupp, Mrs. Hart / whatever her name is in
Davis, I
Wandavision.
think.
Davis, yeah.
There you go.
And she's a widow as well. And
She
she
is.
just wanted to drink with some new friends.
I loved her every time the camera went back to her during the whole singing. She was like, "The fuck is happening?" But I'm here for it.
Am I supposed to know this song?
The funniest thing they could do is that she gets to the end of the Witch's Road and is just like, "I'd like my husband back," and that's how it ends.
It doesn't seem like she was very sad about her husband's passing. I think it was a relief for her, like probably. But yes, agreed. Mrs. Davis or Miss Davis has to live. Yeah, agreed, 100%. But I liked all the introductions. I think it was like right on point. We get to know them enough to be like, okay, you're interesting enough for me to care. So I think that was very well done altogether. But we're gonna jump to Ben and hear your thoughts on episode 2.
I thought it was pretty much just a heist movie. Yeah, getting the whole gang together to go and get into the vault and run down and grab the prize. And everybody's like probably going to try and screw each other over. I don't think Agatha's going to be the first one to be traitorous. I think that's too like easy. I think one of them is going to try and screw the others over way before her.
He already has tried to be traitorous.
Yeah. No. It's fine. It's new. They just started the Witch's Road. Like nobody's had a chance yet.
So it didn't count till they got there. So everything beforehand was just like, it doesn't count.
Oh yeah.
So the fact that she said, "Just blast me, bitches," to get magic, that's not betrayal.
That's fine. Yeah.
No,
that's fine. Okay, fair. Scoreboard cleaned.
No. Remember, she said she didn't doubt them for a second. It was all an act.
Yeah.
Sure. And we all believed her. We all believed that, of course. Maybe, like, I'm not saying it can be possible that it's not going to be Agatha who's going to be the first who's like backstabby. Who knows? They are all evil.
We've got someone desperate for money.
Deborah Rupp is not evil.
We've got someone desperate for power. We've got someone desperate for fame. Because, their mother was apparently a famous guitarist. So, living in the shadow of that. And we've got somebody who we know literally nothing about. Aside from what we saw in Wandavision. And even then, that was under the influence of another witch. Like, what if she decides to go all vengeance and go, "I hate Wanda so much, I'm going to get power and go beat her up."
You can never know. Maybe Miss Davis is going to be like the biggest evil, just killing everyone.
Mephisto.
She's Mephisto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can definitely see that the entirety of Westview treats her like weird. Like she was the worst thing that ever happened to them.
That's true. That is true.
What?
Yeah.
Wanda or Davis?
Wanda is treated like the worst thing ever. There.
I mean, to be fair, for them, she was the worst thing that happened.
Yeah, and she was never held to account somehow.
Thomas, what did you think on episode 2?
I thought it was fun. Yeah, like I said, I as soon as like they got the list, I'm like, I said, yeah, it is building a heist movie. What I did like was at like every like maybe 5 minutes, Agatha nursed another like little animal somewhere.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, like, is this just her being paranoid, or is this like the eyes of like the spooky ghost men who are gonna come and
What was that? That was an action. This is an audio podcast as well, Tom. What was
fine.
that?
Rush forward like a knife to go stabby equals dead.
Stabby. Okay, yeah.
From the spooky ghost men or women or them, we don't know. Contrary to you three, I kind of didn't vibe with the Miss Davies tagging along.
How dare
because
How dare you?
I think she's just going to become the comic relief butt of the joke of everything, and I'm not too keen for that. I'm open to be
Shut up.
proven wrong.
Shut up,
I'm
Tom.
You shut up.
You shut up.
I have the talking stick. Shut up. I'm open to be proven wrong, but like at this stage, it feels just like you're sort of like, just the character in there just to be like, get it? She's out of order. It's funny. Laugh.
That's something that they're stealing from Deadpool with what's his name? Paul?
Peter.
Yeah.
I also
throw a random
like
guy
Peter.
in.
I also wasn't the biggest fan of the Peter thing.
It's funny because they're not supposed to be there.
I agree that probably there's going to be some jokes where she has no idea what's going on, but I don't know if this is going to be a stereotype thing, but I feel like that she's going to be the glue that holds everyone together.
Probably.
Well, that's
the
why
person that you underestimate. Like, I'm going back to my Buffy days, but she's going to be the Xander of this group, which, like, the glue, but in the background, and
Maybe.
a few snarky jokes.
Maybe.
I know he's an absolute dickhead in real life, but who cares about that? He's Xander in the Scooby.
It's Scooby-Doo.
The only thing again, the Salem 7, in general, like, I'm optimistic to see how creepy and crazy they can get, but I know it's Disney, and they're notorious for like, here's this cool group. Oh no, they're dead. So flashbacks to the Knights of Ren. I want to know more, but also I'm just like, I'm prepared to be like, they're just going to be like killed off one by one in like episode 5, and they all turn to like fart mist and
I don't know about one by one. It'd be all at once. I don't think they're as individual. You can't just go from the Salem 7 to the Salem 6 to the Salem 5, because that doesn't like ring true.
Or maybe they're gonna keep them for the end game. I don't know. I have a thought that maybe they're gonna stay till the very end, and then they're gonna get like that,
like just nuked.
Like, because they couldn't get on the Witches Road, so like I don't see how else they would end up there.
Mrs. Davies is going to learn to summon a giant rock golem and smush them with her hand without even seeing them.
Exactly.
And my last thing, why did they take the shoes off? Like, why no shoes? Like, why they go onto the road? It's like, let's just take off our shoes. Like, that's how you get infections. Like, I don't know like how like witches stuff works, but like ringworm, just stuff stuck in your foot. Like, why would you just take your shoes off? Like, why?
Maybe that's the purest way to do it. I don't know.
It means that they can't be stuck out when a house lands on them either.
Okay, fair enough.
True that.
True that.
Yeah, I enjoyed the second episode a lot more. I think it definitely just gave a better vibe to what the show is going to be like.
Agatha's outfit went really good in the second episode. Like, I enjoyed the wardrobe choices.
Oh yeah, definitely. Everyone seems fun. Like, definitely characters that I will be interested to see, like, what they're gonna do with them. So that's good. I like the little foreshadowings towards other things, like, you know, with the teenager, with the different little hints with the animals and whatnot. I was like, okay, this is good. I like it when they do it like this. I do hope that they're, you know, I don't mind occasional like misleading things where they are like, it seems like it's leading to something big, and then what? Nope, we're just fucking with you. Like, you know, sometimes it's okay, but I really hope they're not gonna do that again, especially in the same thing almost as Wandavision, because, you know, they pulled it already there. So I'm like,
Ralph Bonner too.
Yeah.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. So I'm like, just, you know, you I think you guys are going for something great. would be nice if we would keep it that way. I feel like, but I don't think I'm gonna be too upset if they do pull some kind of joke at the end. I'm like, I'm not gonna be too salty. But it definitely seems very, very intriguing. Like what they're gonna do. Are they gonna go in for a more like darker experience with the whole thing? Because the Salem 7 looks scary as fuck. I was like, oh. I don't, everything about them is just like giving me the creeps, which is good, as it should. But I kind of hope that they're gonna like tone back a little bit from the fun and let it be a bit more on the creepy side, especially because the last episode, both of the final episodes are coming out on Halloween. So I'm like, maybe
I want it to be a little bit scary.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. If we could pull back the jokes a bit and just let the darkness of it come through, because it is a much darker story than what we got in WandaVision or Multiverse of Madness, for that example, which was the first horror Marvel. No, it wasn't.
It just wasn't very good.
No.
WandaVision should have been a horror story. It just wasn't.
No. So like I kind of hope that they're gonna let this one breathe a little bit more. The song was fucking fantastic. I really enjoyed that part.
I loved the song.
I was like, this is awesome. This is good. I like that vibe. I like how they built that up nice and slow and got to the point where they needed to. At the end, and I was like, this if we're gonna stick with this, especially that last like 10-15 minutes of the episode, then we're good. I think we're gonna have like a really good show with us, and so far I am intrigued. This interests me enough to be like, I'm invested and not be upset if they fuck it up, to be honest. Like I'm still not as invested as to be like, if they fuck this up, that's the end of the world kind of thing. It's like, oh well, it happens. Yes, Thomas.
Well, if you wanted to go dark, you know what's a great way to make a series more mature?
If they fuck.
If they fuck.
I know.
Yeah.
We know, Thomas. We know. If they fuck, yes.
Bang, bang, bangity bang.
Bang, 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 bang.
Bang, bangity bang, bang, bangity bang.
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
It would make it more mature. Yeah.
Yep.
That is true.
Definitely. The
Don't know
rating
if it
would
would
go
make
up.
it more scary.
No.
Well,
unless they
depends on
make
your
it scary.
perspective.
Yeah.
Scary fucking. Ooh.
If that does it for you, you know.
Yeah, whatever works at the end of the day.
Whatever gets you going.
There you go. All right.
I would like to just shout out the staircase that they go down. The tree looked a bit like the one from Uncharted 2 at the end, because it was all blue and sparkly.
That's true. That's true. I like that. I like that observation. So we'll see what's gonna happen next. So let's rate these 2 episodes. I think we can rate them separately. So first round, let's rate episode 1 from a 1 to 10.
This is a really difficult one. I mean, you see the tone shifts so quickly at the end. I'd say I was 6.5. 6.5 for the first one.
Okay.
It was a good start, but nothing magical.
Well done.
It was a good start. It made me not want to turn off for the second episode, which was good. And it introduced Agatha again. It was a good. Yeah, it was a good start. It was a good start.
Okay, 6.5 then. Okay, Ben.
I wanted to give this a 6, but I'm giving it a 5 purely because I realized that I feel like the nudity was just unneeded and just drove it down an entire
buzzkill.
I don't think it was needed. It wasn't. It wasn't.
Boo. British men not fun. Boo.
Enough.
Are you saying boo or boo-earns?
I was saying boo-earns.
I just don't really think that it was like necessary, and I think they just did it just because. And I'm like,
Tom, we're never getting that fucking Ben doesn't want nudity in this thing.
no, I'm like, I came here for a Marvel show. I didn't come here for gratuitous butt. Thank you very much.
Look, it's gender equality time. So if Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, and all of the buff guys can be half naked, then Agatha can be naked as well, and she's beautiful. So we like that.
Did they ever get their butts out on the Marvel show?
Yeah,
Thor did.
Thor did, 100%.
Oh, which
And
movie was that?
The last one, Love and Thunder.
Oh,
Love and
okay,
Thunder.
that's all right then. Okay, give it a 6.
There you go.
Hey.
There you go. Thomas,
Yeah,
your
nakedness,
rating.
yeah.
Yay! Horny guys.
Woo!
And girls. Woo!
Woo! I'd probably give it a 6 as well.
Yeah.
I enjoyed, I liked the last bit, and I was intrigued until like halfway through the detective bit, but that bit in the middle where it was just like, eh. And overall, it didn't do anything amazing. I enjoyed it, but like nothing was like, yes, like I'm going to remember this bit. It's like, okay, cool, we're going somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, 6 for me as well, for the same reasons. I was like, if it would have been just the first episode drop, I probably wouldn't be watching it. And that's the truth of it. So 6, I think 6 is fair for the first episode. Second episode, same order. Ian, how would you rate the second one?
7.5. Yeah. It's twice the score that I would 3 times the score I would give Rebel Moon for a heist.
What's 3 times 0 though? It's 0.
No, it was good. I liked meeting the team, and the team is interesting. And there was enough horror vibes that for a Marvel show that kept me. Oh, this could be a good Halloween-y TV series.
I'm gonna give it an 8. I mean, it was a good setup. I feel like the song section was really good, and I really will remember that for ages. I feel like all of the setup with the kid is probably going to lead to somewhere good. Like, I believe he's going to end up being Blackheart, and it's going to be a misdirect. So that's what I believe. At the end of the season, we'll see if I'm right, I guess. But
true.
Yeah,
if your rum are going to bully you,
I feel like this is raised expectations, and if they don't pay off, I'm going to be sad. So I'll give this an 8, and we'll see where it goes.
Fair enough. Tom?
7. I think it was better than episode 1. I enjoyed more of the banter between Agatha and the team. Again, keen to see more of the Salem 7 if they don't just die without any character development. But
That would be sad.
I don't think I need character development from the Salem 7. I just need them to be scary.
I need to, but also I want to know, like, are they dead? Are they not dead? Are they just like ethereal witchy boys or something? I don't know. Like, just tell me like what they are.
Yeah.
Or, like, allude to it. Don't just point in my face. Just like, oh, these spooky ghost men are more than just spooky ghost men. But then you can still kill them, and I wouldn't care then because whatever.
You know, it'd be really fun if Baron Mordo is leading them, being like, oh, no more sorcerers. After all this time,
then I would quit because I'm still salty about the whole, fucking shafting him in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
But it's made me more keen to see more.
Yeah.
That's a lot more. But yeah, 7.
I definitely enjoyed the episode 2 a lot more. But I was too trusting with other TV shows before, and I gave very high scores too early. So I will stick with a 7. For this one. That whole singing part definitely brings it up even more, to be honest. Like, if it would be just that and that's all we've seen, that would be a 9 easily. I really love that scene. I think it was beautifully done. The song as well, very catchy. Everything about it was just really well done. But yes, it definitely has potential to be one of the... I would just say it bluntly, like one of the best shows that Marvel put out, if they will embrace the weird and the weirdness of it all. If they shy away from it, I think that's where they're gonna shoot themselves in the leg, basically. But so far, it's promising. I like the foreshadowings. I hope that they will be brave enough to roll with it, and bring in like big things, and it will be interesting to see like what's up with Wanda, because I don't think that's gonna be the last we're gonna hear about her. Or at least I really hope so. I really hope it's not gonna be the last time we're gonna hear about Wanda. But yeah, 7. So yeah. I think if we would have to bring the 2 episodes together, I think it would be a strong 7 altogether. Just to like, you know, it's a promising start, and hopefully
cautiously optimistic.
Yes. So far, yes. Yes, there's I will say also that the acting was instantly so much better in episode 2, so that's why I do think that maybe it was the direction for episode 1 where they got it a bit wrong, where I was like, I really was just cringing. I was like, oh, I hope it's not gonna be like this throughout the whole thing. Thank God it's not.
Yeah.
So I think that was some kind of miscommunication there. I feel like, remember they were like, yes, overact, not this much. This is too much. Go back. Bring it back.
Whoa, not that much.
Whoa, wait, what's going on?
No, come back. Pull it back. Good.
So yes, if they keep up this vibe, or maybe even make it a bit darker, we're good. We're good.
Can I shout out the end credits as well? I liked the end credits.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that was really nice.
They were good. I really liked the little. I know it's all Disney and Fox properties, and I know that I saw Lisa Simpson in there, but I liked the nod to, I think it's The Craft, Perusa box in there somewhere, and that's I love that film. It's really good.
Yeah.
And if they can hit that kind of horror vibes, which is not horror, but it's also horror enough. Then I'll be happy with that.
True. I agree. All right. So it's a good start. We can all agree. And we shall see what's gonna come of it, basically. And this was us on Watching Now talking about the first 2 episodes of Agatha All Along. We're going to be back next week talking about episode 3, and we're going to be here all October talking about this show. Hopefully we will get all the answers we're longing for at the end, and you will all find out if you follow us. Don't forget to subscribe here on the YouTube channel or on Spotify. Don't forget to rate us, because that's always important. And if you want to join a very good community, then that's Kautsu for you. That's kautsu.com. You can even join us and write articles if you want to, or if you just want to read what we're blabbering on about, then yeah, you can just go on and look for us, because we're fun. We're going to be back next week. That's it. That's the one I was looking for. And until then, stay safe and watch movies and watch TV shows. And bye.
And watch Agatha All Along.
Fuck that too.
On the road to the Witch's Road.
I don't like shows that just put nudity in just because. It needs to have a reason for it being there.
That's the reason is that Agatha is confused and she didn't care.
It takes me out of the narrative with boobs and butts and all that.
It wasn't boobs. It was a very, very, very tight butt. Also, I am so glad, Ian, you didn't give it an 8, because I just had flashbacks to Acolyte where you just went, I give it an 8, a solid 8 out of 10. And I was just wondering, like, for the love of God, please do not fucking do 8, because I will actually lose it again.
Oh, we're still recording.
Yeah.
This is the outtake for it then.
No.
Yeah.
No. We've got
and how would you rate the episode?
we've got Bem not liking boobies as the
Hey!